Welcome back to the channel, everybody, and I just wanted to let you know that this video is a little bit more simplified than the others. And yes, we're talking about Batman. And yes, all of the Batmans in this video clip are for sale. I just really need to get out of this. I've lost the interest in it, and there's a few items here that I need to, well, unload. And yes, I did manage to match the blue in the cowl with the cape. But even though this is a video that's very simplified, I will leave you with a small tip. In one of my videos, I had made a double pleather cape or dual layer cape, and this is what happens. That black ink or that dye in that pleather can transfer to your plastic. You can sand it, the best is to paint it. Now, this is one of the Batmans that is up for sale. I did add a few items onto this Batman. I changed out the head sculpt. I gave it a pleather cape, one layer pleather cape, and I added some color to give it a little bit more depth on that cape. I also added some paint to the boots, the gauntlets. Cape that you see here, that is not sitting on top of the cowl. That is around the base of the cowl. So it's a much better install than I've seen many people do when they buy a custom cape that just stick it on top and they think that looks good. Well, it doesn't. You need, on this particular figure, to cut a groove around that cowl at the bottom and then stretch the pleather so that you can glue it down inside that groove that you cut. That way it looks like the cape is coming out from underneath the cowl. And that's what I did on this figure. And that is what you're going to get if you make this purchase. Now let's move on and show you a few other close-ups of that cape and the colors that reflect off of it. It's a little harder to see in the video, but it looks really dynamic in person. In any case, let's move on to the next video that I have on showing you the last figure that I have for sale. So this is the last figure that I have for sale, and if you've seen the new Batman show, you can already tell that this figure plays off of that show. A lot of you have this, and some of you have done this configuration already. Some of you haven't. But I'm using the same cape that's already on here, the same sculpt. I changed out the hands. And yes, I did change out that belt. Well, to one that I like. If you want to change it again, that's fine. But you're also going to get some added depth into the cape because I added some color. And I added some color to the boots and the gauntlets. Now, those hands have custom cuffs. So it doesn't matter what hand or glove you put on there. You can hide that ball bag by sliding the cuff up and down the wrist. And if you can tell, it looks really good now that he can hand hold that F-wrench. Now take a look here. These are the hands you're getting with this figure. Not only the standard hands that came with it, which were at one time paint, I had to paint them black, but you're also getting some extra hands with it. In any case, I hope you liked the video. We'll see you next time.